we are gonna try to create this TikTok trendy ambient vibe. And this will be me producing and giving you some tips and techniques maybe, so you can follow along and do your own stuff. This should be easy and fast. How would you call this? Maybe more lo-fi and dark ambient type stuff. Before we're gonna start to make some sounds, we're gonna prepare some master channel. As you can hear, there will be a noise floor which you can decide where it sits in the mix, and on the downside you always have it playing when the plugin is applied to either the master or any other insert channel. This will be a problem if you want to create pauses where there's no sound, for example. And then you would need to automate the noise floor right here by just creating an automation clip. And as you can see, when this plays out, you can pretty much remove the noise floor right here. Mostly gone, but this should work for pauses. Exactly. I like to add a little digital crisp on my master as well, so you got a little downsampled vibe right here. Okay, this should be the master chain we're working with today. We are gonna take this melody loop and make something out of it, since we have the MIDI file already, and can just apply this to our empty sampler and see what's going on. I think we're gonna start with a little pluck. If you circle between different projects, you can actually save your presets, but you can also drag and drop between projects, which is really nice. This will be the sound without anything. But it's time to get some effects going. I decided for some delay, even after the delay that comes from the plugin itself. And the rest is basically just very basic EQing and smoothing out the sound. To spice up your workflow, you can also put through the balance or any gain control at the end of your post-processing chain to quickly adjust elements in the mix. Now that we have the pluck, we can focus on creating a wider space maybe. I would take the original sample and bury it behind the plucks, and I would do it with an HD effect, but I don't want to have the low end in the sample. So I'm gonna cut away all the bass frequencies. And then I would get my plugin to get my effects, which in this case is DAVR. You can get reverb, and now over here you can automate the panning. Keep in mind that this technique will use a lot of CPU. Let's also create some more depths with reverb. Now we need a foundation, and the foundation should be a bass. You want to use the sub right here and maybe create some harmonics. Let's remove every harmonic right here and just create like, yeah, very few upper harmonics right here. Whoops. It sounds like a church organ, but maybe that's what we need for this track. Let's see. To top it off, I'm gonna create a saw layer that is up 7 semitones to create fifths. We're gonna keep the volume down at a very pleasant level right here. Right now I'm working on the arrangement since those tracks aren't very long. One way you can spice up your atmosphere is by creating a stretched layer of this whole thing. With the technique I'm gonna show you, you need to first export your render without master effects. Remove the check mark right here. Nice man, my audio didn't record. Essentially what you wanna do is you load in your sample into PaulStretch and you wanna leave everything unchecked except for the stretch part. You will leave the stretch on 1, like you don't want to stretch it, you just want to get the effects from PaulStretch on your whole sample. And then you're gonna export it and drag it into the project again. Simple as that. I want to remove the silence, and this you can do by turning up this trim knob. I'm just gonna leave it like this because, yeah, that's already enough. Oh, this is maybe the vibe that you were hoping for. And it's already pretty close to being a finished draft. Alright, that's it.